Car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cleveland Browns. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This fielded at the 2. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. On the base. Watch the run. The hard run.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Shady weapon.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Going to throw again. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling the fact that the ball got turned over.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 24-yard line.
Exit.
From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it. Chubb, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Play action. Now Jackson. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Natson. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. First down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seibert's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Olivier Vernon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game.
And that's caught inside the 35. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Set, 20. Alert, 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 alert.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mayfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
On 1st down, it's Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Handoff comes to Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
7 yards there and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Now Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Calais Campbell able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Mayfield to throw it, and he completes it to Hunt. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Open man, Tanner Gabriel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he's forced out left. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
I'm coming after you. Check nickel.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Here we go again. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. A desperation heave for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. This is Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Here's Hunt. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
1st down, Cleveland.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly, trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 56 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Jackson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Olivier Vernon. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield, open man is Higgins. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. And it's complete. Hooper. A gain of 22.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Mayfield on fourth down. He finds Beckham complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First down, Brown.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Browns on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A gain of 3, second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Important extra point up and through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Mayfield to throw.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He's back to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for...
And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. Now Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to, can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen?
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
On first down, Ingram. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Ingram again, a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Throwing now is Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the defense will burn their...